WTIMPana.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Bob Reddings of the Bob Reddings family of dealerships. See our huge inventory of about 2,000 vehicles by clicking on our ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And welcome back into the WTIM Pana Morning Show right here on WTIM, your information station. Our Pana Morning Show is brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. On the phone line, we have Lisa Mayhall, principal at Pana Junior High. How are you today, Lisa?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and I know things are picking up here. Summer's ending, and our kids are back in school this week. Unbelievable. We got to speak with Adam Metzger, Jessica Miller in that first morning show there, and we're learning everything from top down here with Pana Schools. So I love it. So Pana Junior High, what's the first thing on your mind here? I know there's going to be some changes in operation with arrival and dismissal. Let's start with that. Let's start with traffic there.
Yeah, so with the building of our new school, the elementary school is going to be located behind us, behind our junior high here. It is going to kind of do a couple little changes for our arrival and dismissal of the students that are coming here to the junior high. Most of our traffic, or all of our traffic, is out front, and that is typical for our building. It's 8th Street that comes kind of around in front of the high school and the junior high here out front. But what we're doing this year is we are kind of blocking off traffic in front of the area that we call the bus exchange. And so this is where our buses pull in so that kids can get on and off their buses and, to where they need to go. And in the past, cars have been able to drive that area to get out of the campus. For junior high parents this year, we are asking that they use Wilson Street, and so that will be to the northwest of our school. And so we're asking for them to come in and out of Wilson Street, and that will take them into our parking lot where they'll just do a loop around and head back out Wilson Street. So we're going to kind of, do our best to keep traffic flowing in the mornings when they drop kids off, having them pull forward, just make sure the kids got all their things so they can quickly hop out. They will then exit out the parking lot and just circle back around and head out Wilson Street.
Perfect.
We'll have people out there, especially here these first couple of weeks, directing the traffic so that we get everybody into a good routine with it, so that it runs smoothly throughout the year. After school, parents will follow that same idea. Now, we do have, quite a few parents that wait out front in the parking lot, and that's fine. But then again, we ask when they leave that they turn left and go back out to Wilson Street and not enter into that bus exchange area, just because it's going to be a lot busier here this year.
Sure. A lot of easy stuff to follow right there. It even seems easier with our junior high over there in Pana. So entering and exiting Wilson Street is pretty much the name of the game there.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yep, that's it for the junior high.
Awesome. And then things to avoid. I know you mentioned the bus lane there. You do not want to be the car in the bus lane, but are there cut-off points? Are there points that parents like to, try to cut down on some time with some shortcuts there that just totally to avoid in these first couple of weeks?
There's really not any shortcuts. I think the best thing is just to follow the pattern that we put into place. And something else too, and I'm sure Adam and Jessica mentioned this earlier, this is new to all of us. And we have a plan in place and we're going to move forward with that plan, but we are also meeting very frequently to evaluate it, make the changes that need to be made as we, get to this new normal. Yeah. So nothing's, ever set in stone, but this is what we're going to start out with. And we think it'll work pretty well.
Right. I've been loving the conversations that I've been having today, at least just about the proactiveness of all of this. And of course, there's so many different things that could happen, but you're really minimizing the possibility of those with the cones, the signage, and all the people that are going to be out there to help. So any Pana parents with questions, where can they direct those to?
I mean, they can call our school office if they have something specific to the traffic flow to our school. They can definitely give us a call here, and we can answer any of those questions or send us an email as well.
Awesome. And before day one, which is Friday for the Pana School District there, we have things coming up before then. Open house, meet the teachers. What's coming first there?
Yeah, so for us, our open house actually is next week. But yeah, no, that's fine. It is going to be the following Thursday. Usually this week we leave for the elementary schools because they have more supplies that they like to drop off and everything. Those older kids don't really care about all that anymore. Yeah. So we do have open house. That's next Thursday on the 22nd. It'll start at 5:30. It's a come and go as you can. Evenings are busy with obviously activities that we've got going as well. So come and go from 5:30 to 6:30. We ask that the kids bring their families out, show them around the school, meet their new teachers for the year, see the classrooms, just kind of stop in and say hi so we can get a face with a name. Very informal. Don't feel like you have to stay the whole hour. If you can make it at 6:15 for a few minutes, great. Pop on in, take a stroll around, and then we'll be ready to start the year.
Perfect. 5:30 to 6:30, and that's Thursday the 22nd next week, correct?
Correct.
Alrighty,
yes.
Thursday 22nd. Yeah, if you're a middle schooler, head out to that. Get yourself familiar with the building, with your teachers. I know it's a little bit easier than heading into your first year of elementary school. And you mentioned a funny thing there with the school supplies. I guess those heavily drop off after elementary school. Those were very important to me, what my pencil box looked like and the different types of pens and pencils I had. So glad everyone over in Pana School Districts, they have their operations heading into the first day here. Much more to talk about with Lisa Mayhall. We got to take our first break here. We'll be right back on this WTIM Pana Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now. The RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn lower, beans lower, and now wheat moving lower. September corn down 4.5, 378 3/4. December corn down 4, 397.5. March corn 414.5, down 4.5. September beans down 19.5, 951 3/4. November beans down 18 1/4, 967 3/4. January beans 985.5, down 18. September wheat 529 3/4, down 7. December wheat down 6, 553 3/4. September bean meal down 390, 302.10. September bean oil 40.89, down 59 cents. Livestock market at this hour. August feeders 244.15, down 1/4. August live cattle up 57 cents, 183.90. August lean hogs 89.82, down 20 cents. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Attention hunters and gun owners, you must get to Locked and Loaded Sportsman Paradise in Pana. Take the short drive and shop Central Illinois' premier gun shop. Come see the huge inventory of firearms, ammo, hunting supplies, and accessories. In stock now, custom designed Locked and Loaded t-shirts and headgear. Brush up on your shooting skills at the indoor range featuring 7 shooting lanes. If it has to do with firearms or hunting, you'll find it at Locked and Loaded on Route 16 East in Pana. Locked and Loaded, open 6 days a week. Like them on Facebook.
Save a lot when you shop the Dot this week at your locally owned Pana Save a Lot. This is Eric and Tim here with this week's deals.
2-pound bags of yellow onions, only $1.19.
Fresh whole chickens, 99 cents a pound.
Boneless center cut pork chops, $2.49 a pound.
Red or green seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound.
Family size bags of Malto-Meal cereals, only $3.99.
12-ounce Jimmy Dean bacons, $3.99.
USDA choice bottom round steaks, only $4.99 a pound.
These prices are good through Tuesday, August 13th at your locally owned Pana Save a Lot.
Hope to see you soon.
Jim Stepp is the owner of Central Illinois Asphalt in Taylorville. With over 40 years in the asphalt paving business, he's still at it today, based in Taylorville. Don't trust fly-by-night pavers claiming they've got extra asphalt, then play gotcha. Call Jim Stepp at Central Illinois Asphalt for asphalt repair and sealing, and make your driveway or parking lot dust-free with recycled asphalt and environmentally friendly sealer that doesn't contain coal tar and other harmful things to your health. Reach Jim by Googling Central Illinois Asphalt Taylorville for quality work at fair prices. He's your local paver with over 40 years experience.
Luke Milan here from Milan Mowing, offering complete lawn care services to all of Christian and surrounding counties, and we are accepting new customers. Find out our lawn care options by clicking our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM AM, FM, and online on the WTIM mobile app and Amazon Alexa is your ag information station with over 8 hours a day of agriculture programming and our own local farm broadcaster. Tune into WTIM, your ag information station.
Your information station. Station. WTIM.
And welcome back into our WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. We've been speaking with Lisa Mayhall, principal over at Pana Junior High, learning about the new operations for arrival and dismissal. The open house on Thursday, the 22nd, next Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. A great way to familiarize yourself with your teachers, your buildings. Now we're going to get into what we should have talked about getting here, starting this off, Lisa, is registration or / payday here. Still time to do all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so we've had registration going on here for the past 2 weeks. It is all online. However, if you would prefer to pay by check, today is what they call a school fee drop-off day. So the secretaries really in all of the buildings are set up to welcome anybody in that needs to pay fees or maybe might have a question about getting themselves registered online, just to kind of tie up all those loose ends before we start the school year on Friday. So it's just real important, if you have not registered your child yet, that you get that taken care of, because that helps us finalize numbers and class lists. If you happen to be switching schools, we really need to know that information. So our secretaries, they'll be here till about 3 o'clock today, so feel free to stop by any of the offices and get everything taken care of.
Perfect, and really, really important to note there. So as you're saying, you can do the registration, you can do the payment process all online, but you can still even get in today and do the whole process in person if you need that kind of help?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, perfect, and that's all you need to know there. With Pana Junior High School secretaries around till about 3 p.m., you said?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, that's Lisa Mayhall, principal over at Pana Junior High School. Let's get down into some of more of the hot topics, definitely with the incoming school year happening. Just in your mind, in the mind of a principal, and to help teachers out a little bit when parents are shopping for their children, what are some things to avoid, some things that would be good to take into school on the first day?
So I think probably one of the biggest things right now with junior high students, something to avoid, is water bottles. Is always kind of like a hot topic with some of our kids. We all know the Stanley craze that took place last year, but really here at the school, per our handbook and just school safety, students, if they're going to bring a water bottle, we do ask that it be a clear water bottle. Okay. So while the Stanleys, really keep them cold and everything, I get that. They need to be left at home. Really, all kids need is just a simple water bottle that they can keep in their locker if needed. And, we got drinking fountains available and everything up and down the hallway. So if they're begging you for something different in the store, stand firm and say no. Because we'll just ask them to put it in their locker and take it home, obviously. And most kids will do that and everything. But that's probably one of the biggest things when it comes to purchasing things for the school year. One of our biggest supplies that we have kids get is what we call portfolio, that it's like, it's like the old school Trapper Keeper, except it zips up. It's good to have one that can zip up, that has a strap that kids can easily carry it, that it can, fit a good handful of folders as well. So getting a good sturdy portfolio, I think, is always helpful for kids as well.
Absolutely. And definitely.
Other than that, most of the other supplies are pretty basic.
Yeah. We're definitely familiar with the Stanley Cup craze, and your words there might have disappointed a few kids, but we totally understand the distraction and then the practical importance there of bringing in clear water bottles. So absolutely important to get out there. How about cell phones? Of course, in middle schoolers finally getting that freedom, but do they have it at Pana Junior High?
So we ask that kids turn their cell phones off if they do bring it to school, and then they place them in their locker. Wow. I tell parents lots of times there's really no need to bring a cell phone, and risk that chance of it getting stolen. We've got a student phone here in the office, and so if a kid needs to call home if they forgot something or, a practice change after school, we always allow time for kids to come in and make those phone calls. And it goes the same thing with parents. If you need to get a hold of your child because of a change after school, just give the office a call, and we will make sure that we get that information to the student, or we have the student come down and talk to you. And a lot of it really comes down to safety. We need to know where the students are at, what's happening with them. And so if you show up because your child texted you, we had no idea what was going on. And so we just ask that the cell phones stay turned off. They're always in the locker. And then two, they cause a lot of distraction in the classroom if the kids have them.
Yeah.
So we just like to remove all of that distraction. I think all of us, even adults, can use less distraction these days. So there's really, honestly, at the end of the day, there's really no need, I think, lots of times for the kids to even bring them in the first place. When they get home, they can jump back on them. But there's lots of ways to communicate while they're here.
Yeah.
To parents if needed.
Absolutely important rules to implement there, and then they make a lot of sense. Everything you say, Lisa. We are in our last about minute and a half right now. Anything left on your plate as principal, Lisa Mayhall? What else do you have to do before the kids get there on Friday?
I think just getting everything ready in the building. Teachers are starting to show up, get their rooms put together, put on, do those last little finishing touches. We're excited for a great year. I think it's going to be fabulous having everybody in one central location, all three buildings. It brings a new sense of energy, I think, to our district. Besides that, we have, Jesse with us this year, and I think that's going to be bring some really good things for our district. And I'm just excited to get going. Fresh new starts are always good, and you can feel the energy in the building with the teachers that have been here. And I imagine that will continue once the kids get here as well on Friday. And we'll just be, full steam ahead after that.
Absolutely. Something magical about the first weeks of school right there. And I love it. Lisa, thank you so much in your busy time for taking the time for us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Lisa Mayhall, principal of Pana Junior High School here on our WTIM Pana Morning Show. Thank you all for listening in.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
Anytime and without any warning. That's the concern in the West regarding a potential Iranian attack on Israel. The BBC's Jolan Nell says the Israeli